Which three interventions would I promote to increase development performance in Argentina? I will present three interventions that, in my opinion, and based on the information I have learned, will help to increase the development performance in Argentina. First, to overcome political and state capacity constraints, Argentina can build some kind of islands of institutional quality. Acemoglu and Robinson emphasized that development stalls when extractive institutions block productive investment, while Rodrik argues that countries need not wait for perfect institutions. Instead, they can create second best frameworks that work effectively in weak environments. A practical policy intervention would be to establish specialized institutional enclaves with transparent, autonomous governance, regulatory certainty, and simplified labor and tax rules, focusing on Argentina's most competitive sectors, which are agroindustry, lithium, renewable energy, and knowledge services. Examples of these would include special export zones, agro-industrial innovation corridors, and lithium development agencies with technical autonomy. These enclaves can attract investment without nationwide reforms, showcase a scalable success, and buffer productive sectors against political instability. So this strategy aligns with what we have learned with Rodrik's principles of second-base institutions and Acemoglu and Robinson's insights that progress often emerges from politically insulated pockets of innovation rather than sweeping reforms. So that would be my first intervention. Some to resume, it's built in islands of institutional quality of those institutions that are most valuable for the country. The second priority intervention I would say it's improving Argentina's development performance is by simplifying and modernizing the regulatory environment to unlock private investment. Drawing on insights from Williamson, Rodrik, and Acemoglu, for example, Williamson emphasizes with the Washington Consensus, he emphasizes that stable, transparent market rules are essential for attracting long-term capital. While Rodrik argues that in contexts with limited state capacity, such as Argentina, simple administrative feasible rules often outperform ideal but complex reforms. Asimoglu and Robinson add that reducing opaque and discretionary regulations limits the space for rent seeking, strengthens rule based governance, and improves investors' confidence in the fairness and predictability of the economic system. So, together, these perspectives support a strategy that focuses not on wholesale institutional overhauls but on targeted, high impact measures to reduce uncertainty and make it easier for firms and private firms to operate. So, this intervention, I would say, will center on, on basically regulatory simplification and business facilitation agenda designed to lower practical transaction costs, encourage formalization, and accelerate productive investment. So it's like creating a digital one-stop shop for businesses, registration, environmental approvals, custom processes, and export permits. So it's like one place you have everything. Also, establishing fast track dispute resolution mechanism. This is always a barrier, such as commercial arbitration chambers or administrative mediation boards that would reduce uncertainty and delays that are investors. So collectively, these reforms would increase predictability. So limited, they would limit for sure corruption. They would shorten project timelines and sustainability, improve Argentina's investment climate. So to sum up, this is like the regulatory simplification and business facilitation agenda. So that's the second intervention I would like to upload. And the third one, and the third and the final one, it would say a key intervention to boost Argentina's development performance is the it's a national productivity and skills compact aimed to move labor into high productivity sectors. Again, in the sectors that Argentina has gained the most. So Rodrik emphasized that development depends on shifting resources toward tradable, high productivity activities, especially when comprehensive labor and education reforms face political resistance. So Williamson highlights the importance of openness and competitiveness, while Acemoglu and Robinson note that broad institutional change is often slow and difficult, but targeted policy can still reshape economic incentives and trajectories. So together, this perspective suggests that carefully designed sector-focused intervention can have significant impact even if the absence of full-scale structural reforms. Um, this proposed intervention of National Productivity and Skills Compact involves of course, a coordinated national strategy to expand Argentina's capabilities in globally competitive and high productive sectors. This includes skills programs tailored to sector needs, as I said before, such as short cycle technical training for lithium extraction, agri technology, software development, logistics, renewable energy, uh, maybe drawing on lessons that we learned from this last module of India IT skilling initiatives. No, it also includes technology adoption for small and medium SMEs, for small and medium enterprises, supporting digitalization, quality certification, and process upgrades. And finally, for sure, export diversification would help firms' value chains in agri-food processing, creative industries, green hydrogen, and IT services, no? uh, give more value added. So, to sum up, this strategy enables Argentina to shift labor and firms toward higher productivity activities without politically costly reforms to labor codes or the national education system. So, as we have been studying along all these weeks, a country, and in this case Argentina, does not need to replicate receipts from other advanced economies. It's a matter of adapting to the reality of each country, what it's going to shape the development of each country based on the history and everything. So I think that there's no one recipe that it's going to fix everything in Argentina, but the success would be the adaptation of those policies to the country. But building on that, the most effective development strategy drawn from Acemoglu and Robinson, Williamson, and Rodrik, as I said, I would say those three initiatives that I underlined. So first, so create pockets of high quality institutions. Second, simplify and modernize the regulatory system to reduce transaction costs and create predictable environmental for businesses. And third, implement a national productivity and skills compact to expand capabilities in high productive export oriented sectors. So These interventions, I think, are high impact, politically feasible, and tailored, adapted to Argentina's structural realities. It's important to highlight the importance of a, as Professor said, as of a holistic, contextualized approach to problem solving, with a focus on rectifying the causes of development barriers rather than just treating the symptoms. Thank you.